Good afternoon and welcome to the Blue Line Metals Edge here for Monday, November 28th. I'm Phillip Streible, Chief Market Strategist at Blue Line Futures. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe to our videos. YouTube will send you out the videos here or a notification when a new one is posted. Looking at the markets here today, you can see futures performance, the one-day performance, the VIX popping up here pretty good. It's up 3.5%, and all the commodities, all the futures across the board are pretty much just taking over in the red. Now, we did just see a few seconds ago, one of the Fed governors here, Fed James Bullard, said that the FOMC must reach the low end of 5 to 7% range. It was actually just tweeted out by Bill Baruch. So James Bullard has been extremely hawkish, especially with the economy, and he really believes that the Fed is going to have to continue to raise rates here pretty much relentlessly. So he's probably your most hawkish guy out there. Now, looking at the data coming out throughout the rest of the week, we do have a lot of different things coming out. Everything from the non-farm payroll number, you can see the expectations, 200,000 right now is the forecast. Last month was 261. We did see the market sell off just a bit on it, and then it took back off to the upside. So you might get that lot of volatility here at the end of the week. Sunday, you're going to have an OPEC meeting. You got a few other things coming out. You got construction spending, the jobs report. It's just a busy week for economic data. You got third quarter GDP, and that's going to be right here. So that's coming out on Wednesday. You also have a lot of CPI data around the globe. So a lot of volatility is going to continue here, especially in the currencies, not only the foreign, but the U.S. currencies. Looking at the markets here, silver kind of bouncing back up here, making what looked like it was a lower low is now could be forming into a lower high. So I have a little bit of concern. This is the December contract. Today's actually first notice date. So a lot of liquidation pressure going on right now. And with the way prices have run up, people are liquidating the December. They're holding off on buying the March. So you might see a nice correction, which will allow people to get into that market. Also on gold, same kind of setup here, a little bit better than on the silver. It's been holding up just a little bit stronger. Platinum's had a wild range today. We got up pretty good, and I was really surprised because you would think with the China protests, the unrest there, things are going to be under some pressure. We saw U.S. equities, they were under pressure, but platinum really came out to the upside and sold off. Maybe there's something in the automotive sector that is driving that up, some new car sales, things like that. But if you look at U.S. equities, they really look like they could be setting themselves up for a nice little correction down. Now, historically, the Dow Jones has rallied from, it's supposed to be the second week of November, and it goes up until the end of December. So we're going to want to keep an eye on that as well. If we do get the flush down on the equities, we'll look at putting some calls on. Many of you do have the 3,600 puts going out to March. That was a recommendation I put on where we were buying the options before buying the futures. So getting into the probable ranges here, you can see that gold right at the bottom of the range right now. Same thing, silver. It busted through this downside. We probably have an updated range I'll send out with this video on the silver market, but platinum right down there, 978, that 975 bottom of the range. All the technical ranges really came in line. The only outlier today really was that silver market. Here's all the strategies that we have going on. Now, I have buy extreme breaks on here, but I'm really looking for something a lot lower on gold, a lot lower on silver. On the copper market, people are playing it both ways. Remember, it's a good hedge on the downside for things like silver, or could be a replacement if you're looking for more of a global equity. Copper often has that, that type of characteristic. Platinum, 975, I think still looks like a good level on January platinum, just for a trade back up to 1,000. Crude oil could be finally bottoming here. We did see it really capitulate, was down at 73.60 on the January contract, turned back up. Just made a new high a few minutes ago, 76.99. So might have been the low there on the on crude oil for the time being, but we'll see. A lot of volatility here. If you want your refresh probable ranges on the grains, we've got all those. Also the softs. And then we've got strategies going on all these. We did send out a strategy on the cotton that was for a long-term seasonal, so be sure to check that out. Now the system on gold is long right now. Buy trigger was 1730. The sell stop, I would be moving this up. I would have it to at least a break even by now. Your settlement was 1768. We're about $10 off that at the moment. Crowding analysis, you can see that people are continuing to build positions into long gold. Same thing on the silver. Long silver to the upside, they're building positions on there. Market is up about 70 cents on silver. With this correction back down, though, I think they'll get a new entry price here. They might even be able to buy it right against that 2090 level. We're trading 21.15 on the March contract at the moment. Gold-silver ratio, just consolidating in this downward channel, but it looks like it's going to move back up here today. Platinum, again, I was saying buy on that correction down like 975. So if you took that buy trigger 915, be sure to have that sell trigger work in 952. That way you protected a good sizable chunk of profits. They are building positions. I've got the this window, I might get rid of it so it's not here in all these different videos. You can see more of the slope in the chart. Now copper again, back and forth. Might be bouncing off the 200-day or the 50. Might have the 200-day as your resistance level. So we'll see how this thing's going to trade at the moment. Getting into crude oil, that was that sell-off. Went down to about this low, retested it, and then we're bouncing up from here. I think oil could be a nice buy. Could be some good call spreads as well. Many of you do have the futures on. Looking at the 2s versus 10s, making a new low. This is just very disturbing. I mean, I think this really cements us into a pretty deep recession. Probabilities here on Fed raising rates, 70%. This has been coming down on the 50 basis points and the 75 basis points. Been getting a little bit of momentum to the upside. Dollar index, you can see holding the 200-day moving average. A lot of people coming in both on the long and the short side of that market. You can see the system did sell this breakdown right here, and we've been consolidating and bouncing around. So, but people are playing that from a two-way trading standpoint. Now, this is something you got to watch. There's no volume in the market right now. People are still on vacation, still on holiday at the moment, and it screws up these correlation matrix where a lot of these different commodities are less correlated at the moment due to the lighter volume. So something I found interesting, platinum turning positive on the year. That was nice when it was up over 1,000. When it hit about 1,013, I pulled where we're at right now. Now with the market coming off, we're back below 1,000. Like I said, I think 975 looks like a good level on January. So if you got any questions, futures, commodities trade, let me know. Just reach out to me. If you're not getting this report, we could send you out either a 2-week trial on it or it's something that we provide to our clients, but it's something I take a lot of pride in. I build this out every day here. I measure, map all these markets, and I really try and give you guys at least a signal on which way the market is. You know, you can see that not every single one is going to be actually all there. This one, though, is not updated properly, so that should be a positive $3,940. So this one right here, you can see on that copper market, it's down a little bit. Copper under pressure again today, but you can see other markets, it does real well. So, you know, the platinum market, it's up pretty good at the moment. Silver, it's up. And then also the gold market, it's up. So, you know, we got 3 out of the 5 markets here are looking in the black on the system. But I can put this out on anything else, anything you're interested in. We've got the bond breakdown. We've also got the FX rundown, and we have the softs markets. So if there's a particular market you're looking at, you want to know how a breakout strategy has been working in it, you know, just shoot me a call, give me an email. Phone number here, 312-858-7303. Remember, futures and option trade does involve risk of loss. May not be suitable to all investors. Good luck, good trading.